right, guys, I'm here with Ian from OGeez, the brand ambassador for them. Um, they have some. Well, I'm gonna let him explain. How you doing, Ian?
How you doing
Welcome
today?
to Casa Verde Connections. Um, it's a little bit of grassroots, get to know people, about the products that you guys hold, and then yeah, just a little introduction about yourself and how'd you come about to be a brand ambassador for OGeez?
No doubt. I've been in the industry since 2020. I helped open the Sten Montclair. I spent 2 years working for TerraSen at their grow. Um, I ran into the owner of OGeez at my current store, which is elevated by the Cannibal lady in Maplewood, New Jersey. Come stop by. But yeah, we're OGeez is out of Maplewood, New Jersey. The owner is very personable. He came into my store, talked to me for like an hour, watched me pitch to a bunch of people, and then eventually was like, "Hey, let me get your contact information. I think we might have a job for you at some point." And then next thing you know, like 2 weeks later, I started with OGeez. I did my first event maybe 2 days after that, and then since then I've had the uh, the luxury of being all over the state, seeing some amazing stores, um, from Carney's Point to as far as Vernon, New Jersey.
Nice.
So it's been a great time. It's been a great experience. I got to meet a bunch of great people and see a bunch of amazing stores. Um, and yeah, I got to come in contact with a bunch of great products as well. Something that I personally stand behind when it comes to products. I've worked for a lot of companies. I've had a lot of samples, and not all products are created the same.
Right.
And I think that OGeez, when it comes to edibles, depending on edibles alone, we definitely have a foothold in our section of the market. In terms of product diversity, I think we have like 12 different flavors of different edibles. We're the only edible in the state to offer a creams line and a fruits line for our options. We have things like a peaches and cream, blackberry and cream. Our sativas and our indicas come in both styles.
Nice.
And we actually just recently came out with a vegan live rosin that isn't made from pectin or tapioca. So it's
Okay.
something very unique, different style, makes for a very soft edible, something that I think gives us an edge across other companies when it comes to their vegan style edibles. And we have a bunch of more stuff coming in the pipeline soon. Things like you follow us on social media, sugar-free edibles,
Oh, wow.
and a eggs mega coming out soon.
Nice. You covered a lot, and it's so I'm taking it. OGeez is just the pure edible company.
Yes, we solely do edibles.
Nice, nice. That's pretty cool. Um, you spoke a little bit of kind of what sets you guys apart. Seems like you guys have do a good job separating from other like companies or products. It seems like you guys are very innovative and always trying to come up with the new stuff. What other ways do you guys separate each other from the competition of other edibles?
Um, I would say one of the big things that sets us apart is also the fact that our ownership is very hands-on. Every store that I go to, at some point in time, they say, "Oh, we got a chance to actually meet Brand, and, meet face to face and actually talk to him." And I think that gives us a big edge because not a lot of times you don't meet the people that are heads of these companies. I've never met the owner of TerraSend. I've never met the owner of Ascend. I've never, you don't really get to meet these people a lot of times. So
Yeah,
the fact that you have ownership that's hands-on, boots on the ground, it actually goes out and helps you with these kind of things. It makes it a lot easier to cultivate these relationships with a lot of these stores, um, build on that, and actually expand our footprint in the industry.
right. Yeah, yeah. But put an actual face behind the brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially a brand that's family run. It's the founder was his mom.
Wow.
So it's something that's very personable to him, and
Yeah.
that's why he takes the time out of his day to go to all these stores and meet all these people because he wants to expand his family's legacy. And
Right.
I'm very honored to be able to help with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds like a very um like a mom and pop shop, and then that's what I believe that's what this industry in New Jersey needs a lot. You see a lot of MSOs and they don't,
Hmm.
like you said, they don't you don't see the face, you don't see that person to person interaction. Um and that's more, it's more of a personality. It's more you actually gain another relationship, with the person. Um another one is quality. Um you need you said that you guys are coming up with new vegan lines of edibles. Um, Can you tell me a little bit more of like the quality, what goes into these edibles, and stuff like that?
So our vegan line is made from solventless RSO. I mean, I'm sorry, solventless rosin, and the hint to the edible makes them so soft. We actually use a seaweed mucilage for our vegan edible instead of things like pectin or tapioca. Makes them very soft, makes them very different and unique compared to other things that are on the market. And I think that's particularly sets them apart from other ones. It's the taste, the texture, um, combination. Once you actually add the concentrate to the edible, where you get that final taste. A lot of times, you get edibles that have funky aftertaste or have a weird consistency to them. And a lot of the times, that's the reason why you don't like them in the first place. And that's
Yeah.
actually why our founder started the company, because she found that edibles didn't really taste well or have the right effects for them.
Right, right. So you guys are you're diving into the new vegan edibles.
We're expanding our footprint across a lot of things. Like we're hitting vegan-based edibles. We have like I said, we have a sugar-free line coming soon. So
Right,
that way we can get to those other people that can't have certain things in their diets. The diabetics, things like that. My mother's is pre-diabetic as well, and she's also a med patient. So something like this is like, all right, cool. I can direct her towards this now as well.
right.
This is now something that won't mess with your diet and things like that.
Yeah.
And that was just a new way you can consume your medication and better help you.
Right. Now, so my I have just popped up to me. So you guys are like promoting wise, do you guys lean more towards the medicinal side, or 'cause it seems like you guys are doing like a big pivot, or like it seems like you guys are really focusing on like a medicinal side, like that to me sounds more medicinal. The sugar free, the vegan, all that stuff. Maybe like you could be a diabetic patient, or a patient with food allergies, or just a general person that's vegan. It seems like you guys are like fitting other than the regular consumers, recreational consumers.
Well, I would say it's the best way to go. I had someone come into my store and they had an allergy to oh, what was the allergy? He had a gluten allergy. So I had to sit there and I pulled all of our available edible products off the shelves, and I went through each one, and I got to learn something new from him about what actually classifies as a gluten allergy. So at a certain point, it came down to the fact that Caminos were one of the best ones that they could consume because Caminos were a vegan option. So I think that having those options available for other people that don't have like these certain allergies, certain dietary options, it just gives the ability to have cannabis accessible to everybody, and it should be accessible to everybody.
Right,
Just because I have a dietary issue doesn't mean I shouldn't have the ability to enjoy edibles. I enjoy edibles just like the rest of everybody else does.
right.
So I think that's not really a pivot towards the um, the medical market, but more so a pivot to just being having cannabis readily available to everyone. It should be that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's good, great way to look at it. So diving into these new, vegan, sugar free, um, what type of feedback have you been getting? Have you guys been getting with those type of new edibles?
So the sugar-free options aren't available in Jersey yet, but from the vegan option, I've been getting a lot of great feedback from them. Actually, the rep that was just previously on had the rosin ones previously before he had got here. So he loved them. He says the taste, the texture, they're great, they're unique. I know a lot of other people who are inventory manager for other stores. A friend of mine, Jordan, who's the inventory manager for Queen City. Shout out to Jordan in Queen City.
Shout out.
He loves our edibles. He thinks that the rosin ones are fantastic, great effects, and the fact that they're vegan, you can't tell.
Yeah,
There's no difference in taste. Slightly softer in texture, which to me, as someone who grew up loving gummies, wasn't a bad thing.
yeah,
So the fact that you can't even really tell that they're a vegan option is a good thing in my eyes, because that means you can get them to people who aren't vegans, or people who always thought like me that, oh, like vegan food probably tastes weird, has like a weird consistency to it. I
right,
got a whole new reality to what vegan really means when it comes to what it could be with edibles in Canada.
right, right. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. That's the one thing, breaking these walls, breaking these boundaries. and introducing new things to the consumers that they thought may never, like you said, just because it tastes bad, it just breaks those boundaries. Um, so looking ahead in the future, do you guys have any new products coming out? Anything you guys are working on that you can, obviously, let us know? Any stuff to look forward from OGeez in the future?
Well, I do know that we do have a eggs mega coming out soon, so it'll be similar to a mega pearl where you get one, maybe two in a packaging. There'll be about 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams for the whole package. So that's going to be coming out soon. That's in an RSO option, so it'll be full spectrum. The sugar-free one, which we are working on. Anything else, I have to keep under wraps, unfortunately. But we do have a bunch of stuff coming out in the future. People look out for us. We're available in every store, and like I said, hands down, I think we are the best edible on the market, and I think it's only going to keep going from there.
Right, right. I hope it does keep going forward. Which leads into my next question. Um, the industry is growing very fast in New Jersey. Some may say a little slower than others in some areas, but it's growing at a pretty good pace. What's something that you would like to see in the industry roll out? Whether it's something new or maybe get something that Cali's doing better than we are, or maybe it could just be something simple as home grow. What would you like to see in the future in the industry?
Um, I would say one of the biggest things that I saw change since well, I've been in the industry since medical was the only option. I remember when they first opened up rec and they first passed rec. One of the biggest things for me was I thought that it would take years before the little guy was able to really start getting in. We would start getting these more mom and pop things and like that. My first experience with dispensaries, things like that, was going to Colorado. So I got to see a bunch of stores in a bunch of areas that were all family owned. I think things like that, when you're getting being in places like here or you get a Puffin or like my store or a bunch of stores in Rockaway that are really great. Um, you get a lot more options. I think cannabis is more so for the people. MSOs shouldn't run everything. It shouldn't just be, a one option, you really get, this one really gets picked from. And that's, I think, was the issue beforehand that a lot of people got upset about. So I think diversity amongst ownership is really great. Starting things like home grow, the ability to do infused food events, things like that.
Yeah.
People that can't smoke cannabis, but they can eat it. I think being able to hold events like that, where you can have infused events, um, products like that. I think a lot of the underground scene that was looked down upon for years, and the quality of events that they held, I think that is the structure that we should also pivot towards anyway now. Um, it's really not about the corporate side of things. Yeah, corporate cannabis is great. It got us, legalized in New Jersey, but we need to get back to the fact that cannabis in New Jersey has always been about the people, and
Yeah.
we're the ones who made this culture and drive this culture. So if anybody should be, having the right to, push a lot of these events, have these events, it should be all the legacy people that were here first that started everything.
Yeah. The people that actually paved the way, and I couldn't have not said it better myself. Honestly, is just on point. Um, that was my last question, man. It was you just made me think about so many things. It's like like when you go to Maine, you see a lot of mom and pop. It's not really so much MSOs, and it's a different type of, I want
Feeling
to say, feeling love. I was gonna say love because it's like, from like, I get the same vibe here, and actually in Casa Verde when I come in, everybody's friendly. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? You know what I mean? It's a different feel when it's a mom and pop. They care more about the customer or the consumer, or their patient, whatever it may be. But it's just different feeling as soon as you walk in, or like, they say food usually that's good is made with love, and I think that's the main thing. It's like it's made with love, and I feel like the edibles and you know the OGeez brand seems like it's all made with love, which is great.
Yeah,
But,
because at the end of the day, like it's always about the consumer. The people that come in, um, whether they're med patients, army vets, doctors, lawyers, teachers, regular people. It's all about making products for them.
mm,
Yeah, making money is great. That's we're all here for that. But we're in an industry that's driven by the people first. So what benefits them and what's good for them is what we should be putting out. We should be putting out low quality products, things like that. So a lot of a lot of these companies now, these MSOs, are now starting to realize that these smaller companies are putting out a lot of great quality and a lot of great heat that the people like.
Yeah.
We're no longer going to tolerate a shortcut here and there to try to pump out a bunch of product quickly. We rather you come out with a quality product, and that's why that things us at OGeez, Garden Greens, a lot Prolific, a lot of these other companies that are smaller companies. I think that's what really gives us the edge.
Yeah, and you can definitely see it. I appreciate you for your time. Thank you, man. I hope to see you around, man.
Of course, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me so much.
Nah, no problem, man.